So I had a client recently who, after 2 decades of insomnia, for the first time in their life had experienced 7 nights in a row of good quality sleep. And you would have thought they would be incredibly happy about this, and they were, but there was also that feeling, that anxiety, that worry of, when's this all going to end? What if this is too good to be true? Is this a fluke? How can I keep this sleep streak, that's what they call it, a sleep streak, going? And it's something that I hear often from my clients. When they start sleeping better, they get incredibly excited about that fact, but the fear also starts creeping in. But it's not something that they can obtain, it's not something that they can keep going, and then the longer and longer they sleep better for, the more that anxiety that everything's going to come crashing down builds and builds and builds. And it's incredibly natural to feel like this, but it kind of misses what good sleep is and what insomnia is as well. So in terms of what good sleep is, well, good sleepers, they don't sleep well every single night. So I would say on average, good sleepers sleep well about 80% of the time. So even good sleepers, in a week, they're probably going to experience probably 1 night of poor quality sleep. But the difference between someone who's a good sleeper, a normal sleeper, and someone with insomnia is how they respond to that poor night of sleep. If they respond anxious, stressed, worried, if they get on the internet, start researching the next supplement, if they spend all day in their bed, feeling angry and annoyed about themselves that they couldn't sleep, if they limit their day because of that poor night of sleep, then we're moving in the direction of someone with insomnia. And so the way I help people to bring that anxiety down around keeping that sleep streak going is to be very honest with them and say, yeah, at some point you are going to get a poor night of sleep. That's normal sleep. That's good sleep. Even good sleepers do not sleep well every single night. But just because you have a poor night of sleep after your sleep streak, that doesn't mean that you've lost everything and everything's going to come crashing down. Insomnia, overcoming insomnia, it's not about only sleeping well. It's about how your thought patterns have changed. If you can have that poor night of sleep and be okay with it, if you can have that deep understanding that there wasn't anything that you did that caused it, you don't obsess, you don't data analyze, you don't worry and think, oh, what could I do differently to prevent that ever from happening again? If you get up, get stuck back into your day as if that poor night had never happened, you don't go down the road of obsession, rumination, worry, then even when your sleep streak ends, you're still a good sleeper, you're still a normal sleeper. Really, it's the thought pattern change that I'm after. So really think about how you measure your success when you start improving your sleep. Don't measure it on how well you're sleeping every single night, because it's literally impossible to guarantee good sleep every night. So if you're measuring it just on how well you slept the last night, you're going to give yourself a losing battle, because no one on the planet sleeps well every night. But always measure your success of how are my thought patterns changing? How am I dealing with that poor night of sleep? How have I changed my relationship and attitude towards my sleep? And if you think about it differently like that, you will stop fearing those poor nights of sleep after your sleep streak ends. Right, I hope this video has been helpful to you. Sleepze.com is my website. Cool stuff on there, one-to-one support, free sleep program, Sleepze, you love it. All right, I'll see you on the next video.